right, we are on to mission 5 or 4, however you look at it. I don't know how you want to say it, but mission 5, we are on Excavation. Now, this is a really interesting mission because we're going to start off with an insanely amazing glitch, which will make the rest, well, it'll make the rest of this video super, super easy. So be prepared. If you missed the last video, you won't know how I got the weapon or the vehicle I'm going to have. So the Pelican from earlier is right there still that we got. And we're going to immediately jump down and get to it. So now I've said this is the most important video to watch in this series. LASO, with the LASO guide. Oh, YouTube opening. Now, make sure with the Pelican, you actually drive over the bridge. If you try and fly over one of the gaps in the islands, you actually won't. You'll get stuck on an invisible wall, and it will eventually kill you. Because the Pelican doesn't actually count as a flying vehicle in the game code. Yes, we obviously know that it's a flying vehicle, but the game itself doesn't understand it as a flying vehicle. It's a whole confusing thing. So you can't go over those gaps, so you gotta make sure you cross the bridge. And then you can just fly this all the way over here. Now, I meant, like, this is the most important video to watch. The reason being is this video is going to set us up for the entire rest of the run. So it's going to be a little longer, and we're actually going to be doing some of the open world stuff and some of the side mission stuff. So to start this off, we actually no longer, that's all we needed the Pelican for, was to fly us over here, just to make it easier. You technically could use this for other parts of, to access other areas, but technically you can do this Pelican glitch anywhere you want. So if you go, you can reactivate this anytime. So if you want to get it later, you can. But what you want to do, come up here, you're going to go ahead, you're going to grab this equipment, then you're going to drop down. Don't activate the cutscene just yet. You're going to come across.
That tunnel. The banished must already be down below.
And you're going to go into this room with the ghost. And then you're going to also pick up this equipment point here. Now, you need to get, I think, what is it? 26 total. For LASO, in my personal opinion, anyone who's trying to make this game as easy as they can for LASO, but do as minimal as possible, you want to get 26 equipment cores. That will allow you to get every single one of the shield core upgrades, the grapple hook upgrades. Well, really, it'll get you to the first strike one, which is the only one you need. You don't need the reach fall one. This one, I mean, because, yeah, we use this for glitches later on, so it's important. But this will get you the grapple, this one, all of these, and then all of the evade upgrades. That's it. And those are the only ones you need. And the shield one, you don't need. I get it at... It's a nice, like, you know, you get what? You get 30, 45, 60, 75. You get 75 additional health overall. It's nice, and it helps a little bit. And every little bit helps, right? So, you don't really need this, but I do think you absolutely need to get maxed out thruster pack. If you're not using tank gun, maxed out thruster pack is the most overpowered thing in the game. And you'll see why later on. So, we're going to do a major glitch here. This is really cool, and I highly recommend it for anyone doing it. If you don't want to use this, then honestly, this guide is going to become a lot more complicated for you. So what you want to do is you're going to run in and you're going to activate the cutscene for the drill. You can skip it, and then as soon as the mission starts, go ahead, end the game, and go back to the main menu. Hit continue. Now, if you've seen a speedrun, or one of the older speedruns, because once again, we don't even use this glitch anymore. It's out of date. If you saw my speedrun guide, I did use this, but that's already, we don't even do this. We don't even need to do this anymore. Alright, now what you do is grapple hook the corner, run over to the left side here, whoops, and then just walk into the laser. Just a little bit. And you'll notice, it looks like I'm taking damage, but I'm not taking damage. I am now completely invincible. Yes, you heard that right. I am completely invincible. And I will be until we hit a certain, like, certain load zones and certain triggers. So until I actually activate a, like, a full, like, video or something like that, I will not actually lose this invincibility. It does deactivate sometimes when you activate a fob or things like that. And if it does, don't be worried. You can actually always come back to the drill and redo this. And now, follow where I'm going. I am going a specific direction. I didn't just leave to leave. I'm actually going this way because we are actually going to go get a fob. And the reason we're going to do this is so it activates the Arcane Sentinel beam. And it gives us an easy, accessible teleportation. If our invincibility ends up getting broken again, we can easily just teleport back here and go back to the drill and then redo the glitch again. So what you want to do is you want to come over here. Come across. Now, you have to be careful. Don't activate the tack map, if possible, because that can cause you to actually get stuck inside the tack map. And the way to fix that is you actually go fast travel to one of the fobs. But if you're here, you would have to fast travel all the way back to Gulf, which you don't have access to. And fast traveling does continue the invincibility. So you're still invincible, even though you fast traveled. So just be wary that, like, you can fast travel with this. But that's it. Like, this is why we're going to use this. And this is why my recommendation is do all of the open world. I just lost my invincibility. Interesting. This happened last time too. I just lose my invincibility at some point at fob. I don't know why. Because I was invincible for a second there. I mean, you guys saw how much damage I took. Alright, we're just going to clear this out as quickly as we can. Oh no, those guys aren't going to die from that. That's fine. Alright, make sure you hit a melee, just get full shields. Alright, so those brutes, I launched 2 brutes somewhere. They didn't die. And this is what I was talking about, is like launching enemies can be a bit of a problem. If they don't die, this fob won't allow me to access it, I don't think. Will it let me do it? Oh, it did it. Okay, cool. Never mind, I guess they died. So... Alright, I'm going to make sure my invincibility is still active. If it's not, that's okay. I know I'm at full health because I got that melee. So once that ends... once you do this, you should be able to access your tack map no problem. And that's an important thing. So once we did that, we can now access everything properly. You have to let the game do it for you because sometimes, like I said, you get trapped in it. But alright, there's that. Will I die now? Let's find out. Yes! We gotta go reactivate the glitch. This happened last time, too. I don't know what causes it to deactivate, but that's okay. We still have the fob, so we're good now. And now we're just gonna head back to the laser and do the exact same thing again. We have to enter the area, so you once again, you're gonna be looking for that specific trigger that says save in progress. Once you enter certain areas of the game, outpost, main objective areas... That's what will cause you to get save in progress. Typically, like, transitioning between islands, stuff like that. You'll get the save in progress, and that's where, if you save and quit, that will send you to. So, all we gotta do is get in here, and let's go ahead and reactivate the glitch. But yeah, this allows us to easily do all of the open world stuff right now. Now... One of the big things is you might, if you tried exploring, you might realize, wait a minute, I don't have access to the rest of the open world yet, right? If you play, you'd be like, wait, I can't actually go over here or anything like that. So, all right, I should be able to just reactivate it super easily. So we're just gonna, there we go, done. Let me see if that reactivated. I seem pretty invincible again. Yep, I seem pretty invincible again. So there you go. It's reactivated. I'm gonna go ahead and melee this guy. Hey, buddy, I just need a... I want to make sure I'm still invincible. Hey, we're good. It's always a good way to check it. Now, I'm going to show off something. This is really the information you were waiting for. You were probably watching this video as like, wow, that's cool. But what are you doing? This, we're going to pause the game really quick. This is what I want to show off. If you haven't seen this before, this is an incredible resource. Go on your computer. Go on to the World Wide Web. If you don't know what a computer is... No, I'm kidding. Alright, so... Go online, into the inner highway, and access this. I will make sure I link this. I realize I think I was supposed to put this in my legendary guides, and I never did. I'll make sure to add that now. That's my bad. But, Crafts, please. This is called Map Genie. This is a super amazing resource, and this is awesome for anyone who's even just trying to 100% the game. If you're trying to do LASO, or you're just trying to 100% the game. This is an incredible resource. What this is not only... So this is campaign, but it doesn't only just do campaign. It even does, like, multiplayer stuff. So if you were ever questioning, like, hey, I want to go look at Bazaar, where are all the weapon spawns? Here's a Sentinel Beam and a Needler and a Mangler and a Pistol. But this is the entire campaign world of Halo Infinite that is currently in the game. You know, I'm sure DLCs will be added to this as time goes on. But this allows you to locate everything in the game, from collectibles to even spawn locations. Like, it just has a warthog. Like, a warthog just spawns here randomly. Or this is an objective. Or this is a sniper. They have power weapon locations, even things that are hidden around the map. Easter eggs are marked in this. This is an insanely awesome thing. I will make sure that this is a link in the description. Just go to this link here. And again, and this is an interactive map. You can actually mark, as you saw that I use this for collectibles, is that you can actually mark them off as found and stuff like that as you go through to double check your progress in the game. And what I'm going to do is, there's a lot on here, so we don't need anything. We're going to keep on fobs. We're going to turn off all the collectibles except for Spartan Core and unique weapon, technically. Do we want to do unique weapon? Technically, yeah, we'll turn on unique weapon. So we do collectibles is that. We turn off everything else. All vehicles, main missions will keep on, and then fobs, power cores, and weapons. Now, the reason being is I want to show you guys what my plan is. I want to show you exactly what I'm going to do right here. And then I'm going to show you physically in the game what I'm doing. But this is a good guide so you can follow and you won't get lost. Because I'm going to be going to a lot of areas. And I am going to be setting... Thank you, Sergeant. I am going to be setting... We are going to be setting ourselves up for the later part of the game. The later missions, like the Pelican Down and stuff like that, this will make the next part of the game super, super easy for us. Because this invincibility glitch, sadly, is not going to last forever. As much fun as that would be, it only lasts while we're doing this. This is why we're doing all of the open world stuff right now, is we can access and unlock and release a bunch of these areas, so we have to do less work later on. So what we've done is we've collected a lot of the Spartan cores leading up to here. We've collected these Spartan core, the Spartan cores here. We've collected, that was Outpost Tremones. We've collected the Spartan core here. No, that's Fob Golf. We collected this Spartan core. We've collected these Spartan cores. And then we've collected these Spartan cores. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make our way all the way over to this island, and we are going to unlock every single fob in this area. The only one that you can technically skip that I would recommend is maybe Lima. You don't really need Lima, but we are going to get every single Spartan core on this island and every fob. Okay, so that means we're going to go from this Spartan core, then we're going to grab this fob, and this is the most important fob. The reason being is it doesn't show. Let me mark vehicles. Let me turn on vehicles really quick here. Vehicles, assault vehicles? Here you go, yeah. Banshees spawn here. So this gives you a flying vehicle. So that tower mission that comes later on, where we have to do all of the, it doesn't even show where these are where the towers are, those light beam towers that we have to do for that one mission. We will be able to just basically teleport to a hotel and get a Banshee and fly to every single one. So this is the most important one in my opinion. But you can get the other ones to also have easier access of fast traveling and stuff like that later on. But we're basically going to go to this Spartan core. Then we're going to grab hotel, this Spartan core, this one. Grab Juliet, this Spartan core, then go down the line pretty much around, grab this fob, this Spartan core, and then loop back around. I'll probably skip Lima, personally. I'm going to skip that one, and then we're going to grab this Spartan core, and then come all the way back around, and eventually free Kilo. And that's going to be the route that we take through this level. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that one thing that you might notice, I'm going to show you physically in the game, is I am now invincible, and this is where we are in the level right now is right here. This is the drill. This is the drill site, and we just freed Bravo. We are going to grab the Arcane Sentinel beam, and this is what we're going to use for the rest of the game. So we're here. We freed Bravo. We're going to grab this and unlock this. We don't even need to clear it. Technically, we just need the weapon. I would recommend clearing it just in case you lose the Sentinel beam for whatever reason. Just do it as a safety. That way you can spawn it out at a fob as a safety. But we are going to use Arcane Sentinel beam and Rocket Launcher for the rest of the game. Seriously, I'm not going to change to another weapon the entire time. This is the most overpowered weapon in the entire game, even on LASO. It can basically one-clip any enemy. Most enemies. Certain brutes and stuff won't get one-clipped. But we're going to grab that, and then we're going to fast travel back to Gulf. And you'll notice if you try to come through here, this is the bridge connecting the islands, you're not able to get through there. And like I said, unless you have a flying vehicle, you can't get over those invisible gaps. Unless right here. You can't, I know it's hard to tell on this map, but you'll see it. There is a gap. There is a gap in the gap. And what I mean by that is there's actually a closed area that the walls of the map are close enough to each other that you won't get hit by the invisible barrier. And you can break through, and that will actually give you access to the rest of the island. So you could, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could get every single collectible and every single unlock in the game right now while completely invincible. And if you wanted to do that, feel free. You have this guide, use it. It's an amazing, awesome tool. Use it to however much you want. But right now, in the game, that's what we're going to be doing. So, alright. Like I said, we are going to work our way. This is what it's going to look like in-game. That's why it's so important that I show you this. I wanted to show you that because that's what I'm going to use. I actually know where a lot of the Spartan cores are, and I know what it looks like and things like. I know what the areas look like. But we are going to actually be using this to at least go get the Arcane Sentinel beam right now. So, there it is. Hey, buddy. So if you just climb the mountain here, there's this guy. Now, I'm still 100% invincible, so... Hey, look, Arcane Sentinel beam. We are going to switch out the BR... Boss is dead. If you can delete the ghost, which as you can see, it literally one-clips ghost. Grunt, dead. Ghost, dead. It's also really funny if you headshot, the way that Grunt Birthday Party Skull works is it doesn't do it on kill, so if you just laser a Grunt's head, it will Grunt Birthday Party like 80 times, so there you go. After you clear out that, you will have the Sentinel beam unlocked, and you're done. Mission complete. And now, like I said, we can just fast travel back to Gulf. Now, and there is it canceling my invincibility again. That's why we checked it. I didn't want to get all the way across and do it again. So, I'm going to reactivate. I'm going to probably cut this out of the video. You already saw me how to do this. Basically, this is why we got this fob. It's the closest one to the base, and we can just fast travel, and we're going to reactivate. So, we'll skip this. How does the invincibility work with the lasers? Man, we don't know. It's just like, for whatever reason, when you jump in the lasers, it makes you invincible. It shouldn't, and it's the only time it does it. If you activate if you actually go in and activate the console, if you go push the console button to activate, like where it activates the sequence where you actually have to destroy the coils or whatever, if you then go hop back in the lasers will kill you. We don't really know why. Alright, we're going to do this a different way. End the game. Jump in. And before you hit the lasers, open up the tac map. And when you do that, now fast travel. And this is a way to just more guarantee that the invincibility will work. Sometimes the invincibility is weird, and as I said, it kind of just stops working randomly. I don't know what determines when it does or doesn't work. So, but once you do that, double check, go to golf. We're now invincible. So, we double checked it. What we did is, once we entered the excavation area, we did a save and quit, which I'll probably show me just save and quitting. I was making it more complicated that you guys won't see that video of. But after that, the reason we came to golf, or sorry, golf? What one is that? I don't even remember. All right, I probably shouldn't have opened up tac map because it might break again. No, we're good. Let's make sure I'm still invincible. Still invincible. What we're going to do is we're going to come across the island here. And we're going to go down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. There's one Spartan core right here. And we're going to keep going. Now, as I said, this is the area. Now, there's a ghost here. You can use it if you want. But just to let you know, vehicles are not invincible. Just because you're invincible, vehicles are not invincible. And if you blow up, if the vehicle blows up when you're in it, it will kill you. And it will send you back to the last checkpoint. Not that bad. I mean, if you're invincible, you're going to get plenty of checkpoints. But this is what I mean, is you are not able to technically access the other islands until you beat this next mission. So, the game tries to limit. It was funny, when we were doing the Forerunner stuff, and this is more tidbit, because right now you're just watching me. Come up to the top of this. Long story short, when we were doing this Forerunner program stuff, which, for those who don't know, basically I was part of a community group that was doing, we've been playing Halo Infinite for about some of us 2 years, me particular 2 years, and then some of us even 3 years, like Ubernick, and it was a group of 24 of us, and we were basically playing multiplayer. We never played campaign. We were supposed to, but COVID happened. And just helping, basically game test the game for playtest. So, alright, anyways though. I'll talk more about that in a second once we get across. Because right now it's going to be chill. You're just going to be watching the process of this. And who knows? You might not even see this. I might 3 times X this as we go through. So you don't have to watch this whole thing. But you come up to this island. And you keep going. And then what you're going to do is you're going to notice this little rock. It seems like it's the furthest one out. All you got to do is jump. And grapple towards it. And you're going to break through. And you are now on the other island. And yet, you now have access to every single island. Now, this is where we're going to go. As I said, we're going to start using the map here. We're actually going to go to hotel, but first we're going to stop by this little piece of land, which I'm already facing, and you can see it. We got to head up to the top there, so we're going to go over there. So. Yeah, anyways, though. Yeah, so, you know, we might just... You might end up getting like a 3x on this anyways, so whatever I'm saying. But yeah, we're doing the Forerunner stuff. One of the things they told us, because I asked about speedrunning the game and stuff like that, and they were like, you're going to be able to speedrun parts of it, but we make it so that later parts of the game are inaccessible until you beat certain objectives, right? They basically had markers where you had to reach a certain point to get to the next point, and as speedrunners, we just said no to all of that and broke all of that anyways. So, whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. Yes, I'm still invincible. Now, this Spartan core is in the cave. I believe it's down beneath. So it's beneath it, right? I'm pretty sure it's underneath it. Is it underneath it? Maybe it's not underneath it. Maybe I made a mistake and it's not down here. It's supposed to be in a cave, right? It's supposed to be in a cave. Where is this thing? Don't worry, we'll make this super easy in a second. Thought it was a cave. It's like on the south side or something. You can also use, I've been using my ping. The ping will also mark it for you, so that'll make it a lot easier. Ping. Ping. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, I told you. It was down here. Alright, there it is. So it's off the sidewall. There's kind of this little hole in the wall that you can go through. That's what I was looking for. I was like, I know it's in a cave here. And you can kind of get all the way up into here. Which there was an access point up top, wasn't there? Yeah, there was. There's the first one. Now, once again, because of the blind skull, you don't actually have a tack map or a compass to tell you where you need to go. So you really need to look in the sky where you put those markers. So if you open up the tack map and you put a marker, you'll notice wherever I put the marker, that's where the light beam is. So that's how you kind of look for it. But like I said, we're gonna open up Hotel, which is the most important base to open out of all these. If you're, again, if you want to be truly if you want to be truly efficient, I guess you could just skip on getting all the other, I'm gonna unlock the other fobs because I think it's gonna be fine to fast travel between them. That being said, if you want to be truly efficient, you could just do this one, and then you can just fly, teleport here after every tower, beam tower, and then just fly to the next tower from here. Which, hell, it's not a bad idea, but here we are, Arcane Sentinel Beam, rocket launchering everything. One enemy that can live. Elites. Ouch, oh no, I was stuck by a grenade. So once again, I want to explain the reason why we're doing all this is we're trying to set ourselves up for the future. We want to get the final, upgrade for the thruster. It's the most important one to get. So wait, what did you just say? You just said fob clear, didn't you? Didn't you just say fob clear? Okay, I guess it just took a second. So there's Hotel.
Another fob is ours. This one was built on one of the most active battlegrounds in the last 48 hours of the war. UNSC and Banished Records both suggest that it was.
And then if you run right behind the console, all the way to the end, here's where all the Banshees are. And now we can just fly to all of the... We can now just fly to every single one of the cores that we want to get. So, don't even have to worry about the other parts. Ah, whoop. Alright, like I said, though, you can still get blown up in a vehicle. So don't deal with them if you don't have to. Isn't there a Spartan core here? Oh, no, that's a unit. That's a data pad. He's a data pad. So this is the first tower. We'll get a Spartan core right here. There's one that's just by the, one that's just by here. So, grab that one. And like I said, we can just fast travel right back. Are we still invincible? Yeah. Grab the Banshee. Well, let's keep going. Alright. The next one. Next core that we need to get is right up in here. Excuse me, sirs. I think it's right here. Where is it? It should just be right in here, yeah. Again, if you lose your vehicle, if it blows up for whatever reason, they stick it or just teleport back to hotel. Ouch. And, I don't know why I'm saying ouch. That's it. So, the worst enemies to kind of deal with, and there might be times, I don't know, there might be times I 2x it if I, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to talk during this. This is going to really, this is where the streamer comes out in me. Oh no! Ah! So, maybe if I'm not talking or I'm not saying anything interesting, I'll just 3x through it, so. I guess I should probably mark on the map each time I go to one of these so you know where I'm going. So, you can actually see them. So I got a Spartan core right there. I got a Spartan core there. And then the next Spartan core I'm going to grab is actually, I've already flew past it kind of thing, is actually right up here. Is right over here. Yeah, it's inside the down ship. That's one more. All right. Next one after that. Oops. I guess we're actually... Let's go get Fob Juliet. We might as well. So, I probably should have done that first before grabbing that one, but that's okay. We're gonna basically do one big track around this island, and it just works out perfectly that if you do exactly the amount... If you got all the cores that I got before, and then you do all of these cores, this will give you, I think, almost exactly the amount you need to get all of... Well, there goes the Banshee. I'm going to have to go respawn another one. It will give you exactly the amount you need for the upgrades that I think are to make the game as easy as possible for you. So, that's my personal Joker certified recommended Spartan cores and upgrades to acquire. Okay? Can you do it with less? Do you have to get every shield upgrade? No. Do you want it? I mean, to tell you, it takes 10 to do all of the upgrades except for the first two, which I think take 9, I want to say? Or is it 11 and 10? I don't remember. Technically, the first two upgrades, I think, take 9 or 10, and then the later ones take 11. I can't remember the exact amount, I'm gonna be honest. So, in reality, if you want, you just get the first few cores and then just collect 10 other ones, and you should have enough to get thruster pack, max out thruster pack. So, alright, there's that one. We're gonna fly back. I will tell you the next module we're gonna grab is right here. I believe that is actually it's inside an outpost. If I remember correctly, that we're gonna access an outpost there. So, we're gonna do that. That was interesting. Still invincible. Could take the Pelican. Could take a Pelican all the way. Yes, the thruster upgrade is absolutely for infinite camo. Yeah, there it is. There's the outpost. And we're going to use it for some equipment juggling.
I'm detecting a strong signal.
It's the stronghold. Oh no! Alright. Do I remember where this one is? I'll be honest. With this, I never quite know. Where's the core? Let me image. All right, yeah, it should be somewhere down here, I think. It's in one of the, it's in one of these little side rooms somewhere. Oh, I think is it down below? Is it down below? Hello? Are you down here? Hello? Where is it? It's somewhere down here. Hello? Are you in here? It's okay. It's okay. No, it's up top. They got an image. Once again, I'm using the wonderful map Genie. If you're curious what the hell I'm doing. Professional speedrunner, by the way. 10 out of 10 guide creator. This is what I'm looking at. I'll bring up the image really quick. Bam. They got a little image and they tell you the little description of where it's supposed to be. So, I gotta find a little room looking thing. Hey, there it is. It was right there. Oh my, I was right by it. There's my Banshee, and there it is. I landed right by it. I'm just blind as a bat. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Professional speedrunner, by the way. Alright. I'm blind. Don't worry about it. That's why I wear glasses. Gunner glasses. MLG branded. Alright. Oh, and it also helps at the fob. Hey, here's the other Spartan cores. We're gonna just get all those. So it marks all the other ones on the map. So that's why it's like, even if you don't want to get the fobs, you can use the map Genie. But if you get the fobs, it does show you all the Spartan cores, and that's the next one we're gonna do. So because we did that one, and we're just gonna go across. So as I said, we are gonna skip Fob Lima. Anyways. Skimmers.
We don't know much about these guys, but that never stopped you before, right?
Gunner Optics. Do you hate blue light glasses? No, I'm not gonna. Fake ads. Who doesn't look like a good fake ad, though? One day, Joker will actually have a real sponsorship. Hey. Leave me alone. Alright. You know what? These next few, we're just gonna run for. I'm not even gonna get the Banshee. Why? Because this one's underground anyways. I think. Yeah, there it is. So there's this one. There's a lot of times Banshees do spawn down here, so. Oh, and I might as well, you know, since I'm here, I might as well just be like, oops, hold on. I might as well just be like, oh hey, what's going on, OG Xbox? How are you doing? As I said, 10 out of 10 guide creator, showing off Easter eggs instead of, you know, actually doing a LASO. Speedrun, LASO speedrun, by the way. Alright, there's that one. Alright, next, show up the next one. It's right here. Which I believe this is inside the mountain, right? You have to drop down. Yeah. This one is one that's like inside the mountain, but you have to drop down, so you do have to go up top. Alright, after this, though, we'll get one of the Banshees. I was hoping one of the Banshees, I'll be honest, the reason why I didn't take my Banshee is I was hoping the other Banshees that were shooting at me would follow me, and then I would steal one of theirs, but... Alright. But there's a giant, you'll notice it. It's hard to miss the giant crack. If you mark it, like I said, I got the thing, and... right up here. Look at the beautiful infinite night sky. I'm just saying. Hey, word of advice. If you haven't played this game yet on -20 exposure, do so. Turn down your exposure to -20. Alright, I'm going back. So, that was that one. The next one we actually need is right here. Is there a Banshee? If there's a... I can't really tell. We're not worried about it. We're just gonna do this again to make it easier. Fast traveling back to Fob. If you haven't, turn your exposure to -20. Just trust me. Hell, I'll do it. Don't tell anyone. I'll do it. Speedrun, professional guide, by the way. Look at this. Completely changes the atmosphere of the game. Look at that. Completely. This is the way that the game was meant to be played. I will say certain areas of the game start to become really dark, and they become really hard to see, but let me tell you, this is what it looks like. It's beautiful, right? Gorgeous, right? Shooting star, make a wish, boys! I'm gonna go back to what I was on just because I can actually see, but... See, everything looks washed out when you have it on high exposure. So, just trust me. Stick it on -20 and replay the game. Completely changes the atmosphere of the game. Yeah. You'll definitely need your flashlight, but... Alright. So the next one is... It's gonna be in the... Kind of the Krev. The Krev of the Halo ring. Which is the weird, almost floating... arch bridge that goes all the way to the House of Reckoning. No, stop it! I got this Banshee specifically because you didn't follow me. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god. He's doing it to me. Come here! Come here! Where'd he go? Get your ass back here, bro. Come here. You son. Just... Hey! What are you doing? Come attack me. Yeah, just like that. You ever played catch and release? What you do is you catch a Banshee, release the elite. Well, you catch a Banshee, and as the elite falls, you have to try and splatter him before he hits the ground, releasing him from his life. It's a fun game. Alright, but as I said, next Spartan Core down here, along with a bunch of weapons. Tag it, bag it, flip it, and dip it. Alright, then next core from there is all the way on to the tower. But before we do the tower, we're going to actually hit up the fob. So we're going to clear out this fob. And this will be the second to last fob we clear out, really. As I said, we're going to skip Lima. We don't need... Lima is one that, it sounds good in theory, but really we don't want for the later part of the mission anyways, or the later area. It would give you direct access to spawn right by the command spire, the important spire. That being said, you don't want that. Oh, please, he'll probably die from that impact, right? This is actually one of the most annoying fobs to do, just because there's a lot of enemies around here. You alright there, buddy? There's just a lot of enemies, and they're kind of spread out. I know, it's so annoying, right? When you're completely invincible. Jackals, man. Is that all?
You did it, Chief.
Hey.
Ready for capture.
Done deal.
Capture complete.
That's Fob November.
Most of the war, this is about as deep in vanished territory as the UNSC could reach. Can you imagine what it was like? Trying to protect this fob from the banished? So many lives sacrificed.
LZ confirmed.
Ready to go.
deploy on your
Ah.
order, Chief.
Don't kill him too quick. I kind of still need to kill. I still want him to kill me. Don't kill him. Don't kill him just yet. I want his Banshee. Alright, and the next one is... There's one at each tower. Again, you could technically wait, but you want that invisibility earlier. You don't get it that much earlier, but it'll be worth it.
Unless you've got other plans.
Alright. I already blew it up, huh? Alright, where is this one? I don't remember. I know it's around here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's like halfway down. Oh, and I missed one, technically. It's actually down here, so I forgot. This one is kind of off-center from the tower. Midway down the path. I missed. Oops. Should be where the drop pods actually are. And I also missed one side one, but right here. We got more Banshees to deal with. It's fine. Take that, and then what you actually want to do is you want to head over here. As I said, there will be another one right there. Okay, that was very sudden, but we got it. Because I'm a professional gamer, yo. But there's one just on the corner of the map here. Should be down by some boxes. It's hard to miss one. Typically there's a bunch of enemies that spawn around here, but I don't see anything right now, so it makes it easy. Here's that one, and then there is one by Fob Lima. It's hidden under the rocks here. We'll go over to that one now. And then after that, we have 4 more. And by 4 more, I mean 3 more. Yeah, we have 3 more to do. And then we are done. We head back, and then we continue the game. So this is why I was saying that this was going to be a long one, but I think this is the most important video in the whole run to watch, simply because of the fact that it's the longest video, so it gives me the most amount of ad revenue. I mean, it has all of the setup progress for the later part of the game, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't think I'm going to have mid-roll ads anyways. So yeah, this next one, it's actually underneath the island. Come down here. There it is. Hello. Come around and down. And then we go across, and we're going up top here. Alright. Unnecessary. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a fault. Oh, he sees me. He's still coming down. He's coming down to pay tribute. Nope, wait. Come here. It's fine. It's fine. Come here. You can come back around. A lot of Banshee spawns for some reason. No big deal. Absconds with my vehicle. The demon. He absconds. I don't know what the heck absconds means. Actually, I do. I looked it up the last time I heard it. I think the last guy that won't ever see the light of day. I think I said it. Alright. This next one, all you gotta do is fly up top. This is a fun one because we get to see... we'll go visit our little friend here. Our good buddy that we just became best friends with in this game. Our good little buddy, the pilot, he's hanging out up here. How you doing, buddy? It's good seeing you. Enjoy a nice warm beam of death in your face. And then it has epic music play as you look across the giant world. Ah! We hit up one more. And then the next one is right down here, which I believe is underneath the... Yeah. This is one I do need, yeah. God darn it! This man! Here's an audio log right here. Is this the one that you can skip? I think you can technically skip one of these. Because this is one that's like inside Riven's Gate, I think. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Where am I on the map accordingly? Oh, I'm very far off center. Yeah. No, it's okay.
That's an intimidating checkpoint. They sure don't want visitors on the far side of the island, huh?
Too bad it's not up to them. We're taking those gates down. For good.
So this is one. I know there's a.
House is up ahead. Let's kick
I
into
gotta
it.
get into the ground somewhere, I think. I don't remember where this one... I think this is one that you're technically able... There it is. It's in here, isn't it? It's like past here. And I can't remember where the access point is, to be 100% honest. We're gonna say we skip this one. If I remember, I think I had one extra. So this one, we're gonna skip. There's one inside Riven's Gate. Skip it. Don't worry about it. It's the one you don't need. It's the one you don't need. The next one is actually at the last beam tower. And this will be the last one we need. There's one more fob, technically, that we would want to get. And we will actually get it because it'll give us easy access to the tower for the later part of the game. So, unless it's here. Haha! No. I know there's an entrance. There's an entrance somewhere around here. One of the caves. I don't remember where it is, though. I don't know where it is. That's okay. There's the beam. We gotta get over to the other side. And I guess we're walking because our Banshee is gone and I don't know where I put it. It's a good chance there's a Banshee that actually spawns like right around here, so. Like that! That's a Sentinel. Alright. There's that. And then we're actually going to run straight across the way. And follow the path on the right side, and it should take us directly to the last fob that we need to unlock. So. Hello, fob. I guess I should show it on the map. It's right here.
Another fob platform. Let's make it ours.
And we did it. And with that...
If we capture it, it'll stay that way. Hang on. I'm still reading hostiles in the area.
And with that, that is the end to our open world extravaganza, partying it up across the land. That's it. That's all we had to do. I think. Just to make sure we have 19 cores, which should allow us all those. I think I'm missing a few. Which ones did I miss the last time? Oh no. Maybe I am missing a few? Because we do need the first strike. Apparently I'm missing a few. Whoops. Whoops. Professional guide creator, 100% completioner here. Oh, I know why. You know what? We're not done with our overall 100% here, because I actually messed up, and we were supposed to go over somewhere that we're not supposed to have access to yet, because I'm an idiot. I totally know which one we forgot. So, one thing I forgot, I told us that we were just doing this island. I kind of forgot we're actually going to head over to the Pelican Down, and we're going to get all the ones here, too. Those are the ones that I'm missing right now. I totally spaced on us needing to go over there. Where am I, and where do I need to go? This way. So that one's on me. 100% professional guide creator, by the way. 10 out of 10. Would make guide again. I've already made... This is the second time I'm making this guide, so... Alright, first one. It's on the tip here. We'll go over there. So... The only way you can access this is you do need a Banshee. You're not able to access this island unless you have a flying vehicle. The Pelican, once again, not a flying vehicle. That's right. I said it. The Pelican, not a flying vehicle. Go ahead. You can try. It won't work out for you. Actually, because you're invincible, it would work out. You can break through invisible barriers when you're invincible in the Pelican. Anyways, though. So, first one. Here it is. Grab that one. So yeah, these are the ones I missed. These are super easy. Just basically you create a circle around the island. Oh. And don't crash in. Don't. Please. So I had 19 at the end of that one island, if you saw. And then this one will give me another 5. And if I might just grab one safety one just to make sure. So this one, I'm going to grab a safety one. I'm going to do this. I don't think you need this one. So, if anything, skip this one. Don't grab this one. I'm doing it because I don't trust myself. But I think there's one... up here, right? Or something. Or something. It should be on the edge here somewhere, right? Right? Hello? Where is it? Alright, if I had a Pelican, I'd be able to see, but I don't have a Pelican. Oh, that's because I'm an idiot. I'm on the completely wrong island. Don't mind me. Definitely skip this one. I'm on the completely wrong island. Don't worry about it. Don't mind me. Here we go. This is the correct area. And this one I should be able to find. Easily, right? There it is, I think. Did I just see it? Alright. I know it's up here. I know it's up here somewhere. Did you just blow up my Banshee? Bro. Man, come on. Well, so much for all that. Guess I'm going back. Oh, this turned out to be a very counterproductive. Where the hell it... Oh, there it is. Or not. I swear I saw it. I swear I saw it. Yeah, it is down here. So skip that one. That one I'm doing just for safety, to make sure I didn't mess up by skipping the one in the Riven's Gate. So I got ruined by that Banshee blowing me up. But if anything, don't do that one. I just want to make sure I not mess up. Or maybe do that one in case if I did do this wrong. We're gonna fast forward this because next one is. So yeah, that one's on the side of the mountain. It's in a weird position. Next one we're going for is up here. Or vice versa. What we'll actually do is since we already effed up, we'll just go to this one. So we've ended. This is the Pelican Down section. This is that mission that after we do these next set, we access that one, and then it's right before the beam towers, right? And you have to kill Hyperius and Tremonius, which are the scariest people to fight in the game. They're not fun. They really aren't, honestly. I don't like them. But on top of the wing of the ship here, there's one there. Then if we go into the corner up here, should be one inside the cave, right below the tower. And then the next one is up here. And because you're not, I don't think anything should spawn here, because enemies and stuff aren't supposed to be around yet, because you're not really supposed to have access to this area yet. So you don't really have to worry about enemies or anything, which is nice. Don't have to worry about your Banshee getting blown up, unless you go for the one core that I did, which apparently just causes your Banshee to just explode on impact. So, and the very last one, and then we are officially done, 100% guaranteed, done with the open world. Oh, there are some enemies here. It's fine, we don't need this anymore. It is right here. Right here. There it is. It's right on top here. Very last one. You should in total, I had 19 before. You should in total, I have 16 after I did. In total, if you hadn't upgraded anything other than the two grapple shot ones, which I did, you should in total have 24. Right? 24 total. And then if you have included on these, actually, it would be like 29, I think, total you would end up having. Or 28. Something along those lines. So that will allow you to have full shields. That will allow you to get the grapple shot. And this will allow you, not fully, you don't need reach fall. And then this will also, you are now set up enough to have a max out thrust back when it's done. So after you've collected all of that, and you should, for the upgrades you have, that's how you know, is you should have how many I have, which I don't even think you need that much. I think you need 11, so I might have like 2 extra cores. So there's like 2 you can skip, like the extra one I got. I don't think you need. I think you need 11 total to finish off the actual thruster pack. So you should only need 11 by the end of having an upgrade shield and grapple shot nearly maxed out. Then you can go all the way, teleport back to Fob Bravo, and we are going to actually finish the excavation mission. And this will bring an end to the video. As I said, this is a very long video. How long has this been recording? This has been recording for 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's going to get chopped up a little bit, so it shouldn't be as long. But this will definitely be the longest video, guaranteed, in the entire run. And then you're probably like, what? But Joker, what about House of Reckoning? Isn't that going to take a long time because of all the enemies and how difficult it is? And is it? No, it won't be. Trust me. And then you're probably like, but yeah, what about this mission? It's not. Trust me. Doing open world stuff is what takes the longest part of this game. Everything else, short. Quick. Simple. Easy. What about the sequence? Won't that take super long? Nope, not anymore, because we set ourselves up with the fobs. Because we freed up all those fobs, we'll be able to fast travel everywhere. Hey, guy. How you doing? Da 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 da. And once you enter the excavation site from Bravo, you actually don't need to do anything. Just immediately drop down. And then all you gotta do is clear out this room right here. Clear out all the enemies in this room. Now, I will tell you, your invincibility is gonna die off soon. So, if you want to play it super safe, I would highly recommend killing all the enemies down below as well. You don't need to, but I would recommend it. Now, the one enemy I would save is, I believe, there is a jackal. I'm going to double check this. But I believe there's a jackal sniper on this corner. And by that, I mean he's definitely not there and hasn't spawned yet. So, ignore me. But anyways, as soon as you activate this button, you will no longer be invincible. So, just be prepared. What you want to do, activate it. And now, we get back into the mission!
I can't shut it down.
How we want to do this is we're actually going to immediately head off to the left side. Sorry. We're going to immediately head off. Yep, no, we're heading off to the left side. We're going to drop down, open this up, turn around, ignore everything, and skip right over the top of it back to the right side. So, yes, we activated the first cooling pylon. You should be max health because of all the saving and quitting we did and the invincibility and all that. Immediately activate this one. Have your rockets on the ready. All you gotta do is pop 2 rockets and immediately dive back. You don't even need to aim, like, directly onto it. You just gotta hit the pillars on it. It will blow both of them up. And then you can immediately jump up top.
That should do it.
And then you're gonna do the same thing on these side. But these ones, you can just long range. So, if you hit down on the D-pad, it should mark it. And then you can just go 1, 2. 1, 2. There it is. Done. And then immediately drop down. There'll be an enemy that you'll be able to heal yourself off of right there.
Now let's head back.
And then there's be a few enemies in the front. So you should be able to heal off of a sniper to go somewhere around there. And there should be one on each side, but you can just drop back in. I'll show you the other side because there should now be a jackal sniper over there, I believe. If not, then I'm a liar. Yep, there he is. I told you, he's there. So you can use him like this. Make sure you're full shields and make sure you get a checkpoint. Because now we have Basses, which many people are like, this must be a hard fight on LASO, isn't it? If Chaklock was easy, he's now a pushover because I can just jump up in a corner and hide from him and he can't get me. But Basses, he's very hard, right? You don't have tank gun, how kill? That's easy. Run backwards, jump up, and look. Same thing like Chaklock. We just hang out. And now you also have Arcane Sentinel Beam, so you can just do that, And if you accidentally electro-nade yourself, because that's the only thing you have to worry about is him throwing spike grenades at you. But yeah, he just kind of hangs out here now. But you have an infinite ammo Arcane Sentinel Beam, so what does it matter? Aim for the head. And he's dead. Basses! And that's Excavation. This is why this is the time to do the open world stuff. It's a pretty easy mission, and a pretty quick mission. You don't have to kill a lot of enemies, that's it. And you get invincibility, it's the perfect time to do it. After you do that, enemies are still alive, so all you gotta do is actually race through. I can't use my grapple hook for some reason. Just race through, and you are done with Excavation, and we are now on to Conservatory, which we have a pretty big glitch. So, be prepared. There's going to be probably one of the more trickier glitches to do. You actually saw it earlier. If you saw the second mission, you actually saw it happen by accident, because I'm probably going to leave that in because that was a funny glitch that happened, so... But that's it! So that's Excavation, and that is the setup and the open world and everything we're going to do open world-wise and collectible-wise to set us up for the rest of LASO. We are now set up, Arcane Sentinel Beam, rockets, and all the upgrades we could possibly need for LASO. Other than that, honestly, the rest of this is kind of a breeze. There's not much more I have to explain. If you guys, maybe I'll be making guides for all the other levels, obviously, but from here on out, honestly, I think you guys can get the gist of it. It's pretty much the same on every fight. Lots of shot grenades, Arcane Sentinel Beam. That's about all it takes. Alright, though. You guys beautiful, you guys sexy. I love you all. Let's move on to the Conservatory.